What's up, YouTube? It's Bianca J, and I'm back with another word. And so the Lord has sent me here today to deliver a word to you all. And so this word comes from something the Lord has spoke to me last month in the beginning of March. He had spoke to me about Isaiah 15, right? So he had me going in and reading Isaiah 15. Okay, and so then he touched back on it all last week, right? And so Friday, I'm in the store and I'm like walking down the aisle and I'm like picking up a few things that I needed to pick up. And so the Lord speaks to me. He said, you need to be frugal in your spending. So I needed to be sparing in my spending, right? And so then the Lord speaks that, what do you say? You need to be frugal with your spending. And then he said, be a good steward with your money. And so I'm like, Lord, okay, because I really didn't have anything in the cart, but I'm like, Lord. And so then he said, a great depression is coming. And so at that point, I'm just like, I'm trying to just walk out the store. Let me not put those into this cart. He said that it will be like the Great Depression, right? And so like, at that point, I'm like, well, I'm not going to put anything in this cart. He just told me to be frugal with my spending. He just told me to be a good steward with my money. And then he also just said that a Great Depression comes. No, he said it will be like the Great Depression. That's his exact words verbatim. It will be like the Great Depression. Okay, so at that point, I'm like, dang, okay, so I know something was coming to the earth because about 2 years ago, the Lord had me to release a prophecy about a famine that was going to come to the earth, right? And so that was, 2 years ago. Okay, and so now fast forward in March, he brought it back up to me. That was in the beginning of March when he had me reading Isaiah 15. And Isaiah 15 talks about like a calamity that is coming that... Well, 15, 16, and 17, I read a little further than what the Lord told me to read. He just gave me Isaiah 15, but I read through Isaiah chapter 15, 16, and 17. And so in those chapters, it talks about a famine that was coming, that the land was going to be dried up, that sickness was coming to the land, that death was coming to the land, and those who did survive the famine, right, survived the hardship that was coming to the earth, right? They will be like very have feeble bones, right? They'll be very weak when it's all over. And so in 3 years, right, the Lord would raise up someone from the bloodline of David, right? We know Jesus is from that bloodline. And so like these things will be restored, right? He'll raise up a new leader, right? And so these things were happening when Isaiah was doing this prophecy. These things were happening because the people there were wicked. Like they didn't listen. They didn't turn away from their sins. And so that's why that famine, the Lord sent that famine to the earth like that, right? Remember I said it's going to be disease, death, sickness. It's going to be a shortage of food, a shortage of pretty much everything, right? And so, Saturday morning, which was the day he told me that stuff in the store on Friday. That was April the 4th. So on April the 5th, the Lord wakes me up at 5 in the morning, right? And so when he wakes me up, he tells me to go back again and read Isaiah 15 and 16. So I went back and read Isaiah 15 and 16. So I began to spend my long time with the Lord. I said, Lord, is this the word that you want me to give to your people, bring to your people? Is this what you need me to speak? Because I'm like, Lord, if this is what you need me to deliver, I will come and deliver it. And so the Lord responded and said, yes, that this was the word to give. And so I'm here today to give this word, right? And so the Lord is giving this warning to his people so that they can prepare, so that we can prepare. There is a famine that is going to come. We've seen this happen in different books of the Bible, like even with Joseph. Remember when his brothers came to Egypt looking for help, right? And so Joseph was ruling over many things. Like he had already told his brothers, right? So his brothers needed help. But Joseph knew that a famine was coming. He had things stored up in the storehouses, and he was able to help those who once went against him. And so if you are this person, right, the Lord has been speaking to you to get your house. And well, the Lord has been speaking to all of us about getting our house in order. But if the Lord has been speaking to you and saying that he is going to use you to store up things for your bloodline as the other people are not being obedient, you need to be obedient in doing so, right? And so if this word comes across your timeline, come across your For You page, come across your timeline on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, right? This is a warning from the Lord to get your house in order, to get ready. This will be a 3-year famine. And Isaiah 15:16 talks about that famine lasted for 3 years, right? And we know the power of 3, right? And so the Lord is saying that this will be a 3-year famine. You need to be storing up things. You need to be frugal with your spending. Be very sparing with your money, very sparing with your spending, right? Only buy what you need, okay? Don't be buying stuff for a trip that you're planning 2 years from now. Buy what you need, right? You need to be storing up on tissue, paper towels, non-perishable items, right? You need to be getting these things in order. If it's candles, whatever it is, firewood, whatever it is that the Lord has told you to stock up on for this famine that is coming, you need to be doing so, right? And so, for a lot of us, we have already been doing this, right? The Lord has been speaking this to us for, like I said, the last 2 years. A lot of us been saying that this famine is coming, but I'm here to tell you that it is here. Okay, it is here, and it's going to be a 3-year famine. If the Lord has blessed you with any extra money, it wasn't for you to go out and just buy the things that you need. It was for you to store up the things that's going to get you through this famine. So be a good steward of what the Lord has given you. If he have gave you unexpected money, he have blessed you to get your taxes, whatever it is the Lord has given you, be a good steward with it and be frugal in your spending, because a famine is coming. It's going to be a shortage of a lot of things. You may want to stock up on Band-Aids, rice, noodles, water, tissue. Stock up on things that cannot, canned goods, non-perishable items. Like stock up and put that stuff away, because a famine is coming, and it's going to be a time where the shelves in the grocery store are going to be empty, you guys. So take heed to this warning. The Lord is so gracious that he shows us so much grace that he will still send us warning after warning to let us know, like, this is here. This is here. You need to be preparing. You need to have your house in order. These things are happening. And the Lord loves us so much that he doesn't want us to go through the pangs of it, that he'll let us know to prepare for it, right? To have what you need, so you won't lack no good thing, even in a famine. Okay? So you guys, this is the end of this word. I wanted to make sure that I came and brought this word to you. I pray that you have ears to hear this word, and that you be obedient and be a good steward of your money. You be frugal with your spending, and you buy the things that you need to store up for this famine, right? And so until my next word, you guys, stay focused and be blessed, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.